Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Echo. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game, or made it, and are making others, you can go to their Patreon. It's $3 a month. So, on the last Let's Play, we went to the mall to get presents for Carl. And Leo here fell down when he tried to race Jenna, got kind of scraped up. And then me and Leo went to Leo's house. I guess, I don't know, did his parents move out or what? Don't know. They're just not here. We also met, was it Cud? Basically a guy that just wants to be alone or something like that, but, knows Leo. And then Leo went to get some hydrogen peroxide. We saw that he has many holes in his wall because he punched it just because of that one game. But while he was gone, we were like, let's see what's on his computer because we're perverts. And saw that he has a lot of results for otters and wolf otter stuff, which personally I feel, it is kind of weird, but I personally wouldn't feel it's too weird because, I don't know. You might just, it is kind of weird, but also personally I'm like, you might just, he might just kind of be stuck in wanting to, think of those good times, jerking off to that stuff. Or, you're wearing what you're into. I thought it was going to be he was looking at something not particularly great, like non-con roleplay or something like that. I'm not saying that role play is bad, but it's like something that might be a bit more extreme than regular stuff, But anyways, he came in, we tried to exit out, and now he's in the room, and the screen's frozen. So, we're going to reorganize my face. Actually, was pretty good. And start. What did you do? You know what? I tried to stall and turn back to screen, clicking furiously on the X. Hey. And just as he's walking up behind me, the window disappears. Wait a second. What are you looking at? I swivel around in the chair, grinning. Nothing. My voice squeaks. Leo stares down at me, exacerbated smirk spreading across his muzzle. No, not nothing. What the hell are you looking at? Is there something I don't know about? I was looking at your porn. He keeps on staring at me, but I get up and pretend to stretch, moving towards the bed. Well, yeah, there's something you don't know about, but now I know about some things. I swished my tail behind me a few times, teasing him, but mostly I'm just relieved I didn't get caught. I hear him move, but before I can react, he's on me. He grabs my arms and shoves them behind my back, then shoves me forward, falling on top of me on the bed. That's kinda hot. I grunt loudly as his weight pushes the air out of my lungs. Looks like I'm going to have to get it out of you the old-fashioned way, Otter. I struggle a little, but there's no way in hell I'm getting out from under Leo if he wants me to stay there. Hey, get off. He clutches both my wrists in one paw, while he digs the other into my side. I gasp and writhe desperately, bouncing up and down the bed, while he pinches at my ribs. No, please. I don't know anything. Uh-huh, sure. Now what were you looking at? He leans in harder on me, and I feel his hot breath in my ear, nuzzling at it, only making me laugh and squirm harder. Well, I'm sure Leo's curious about what I was doing on his computer. I'm definitely sure there's another reason why he's doing this. Because he has a fetish for otters. I can feel it against my ass as he rolls around on top of me. I'm not thinking about the time, never mind. But it was a good time. Before he can really think about that, he lets go of my paws, and the tickling stops. I only have a second reprieve before both his paws dig deep into my armpits. Practically squealing, I writhe around, managing to get on my back, now that he isn't laying on top of me. It doesn't help much that he just goes right back to my armpits. I can't take it anymore. I pee myself. Alright, it's... I was just searching your contacts to see if you were hooking up with anyone. I don't know if that's any better than looking at his porn history. The tickling stops, and I'm left gasping for air while Leo looks down at me, grinning. Oh? A little jealous, huh? Maybe. Maybe a little. Huh? Leo looks generally happy about that, his paws spread out to either side of my head, as he grins down at me. I take my chance to shoot my paws up to his sides, digging in. He yelps and curls up and falls down on top of me again. I don't relent though, and keep wiggling my fingers around his body. Obviously, he's letting me win, but still fun seeing him melt into a twitching pile of giggles. He rolls aside me, and I get on top of him, pretending to wrestle him down like he's done 100 times before. He playfully fights back, but he's grinning up at me with that dopey tongue out of the muzzle expression. On a whim, I plant my knee on his crotch. I'm not sure why, probably to let him know that I knew, or probably it was a way to get back at him for getting off on this, because there's a big stain on his pants. He helps again, this time a lot more loudly, and folds up, pushing me off to the side of him. Fuck! We both lay there, side by side, panting and sweating a little, ooh, my head resting on his arm. I think I won that. No way, I got you to squeal. Hey, otters squeal all the time. God. And you cheated when you crushed my dick. Not the only time I crushed your dick. Leo reaches over me to turn on a small, complicated-looking fan on his bedside table before flopping his other arm over his eyes. As I stare at the fan, I notice something else next to it. I gasp loudly. An otter musk scent candle? Really? What? Is that a fucking gun? Oh, yeah. It's real? Yeah, of course. I turn my head to stare at him. Why? You just leave it out here in the open? I never thought Leo as a gun person. From what he told me, he hated guns. Well, my dad has a bunch, and when he left, he gave me one for protection. Wow. Do you really need it? A few people in this town, well, you know. I think I know what he's talking about. Well, personally I don't. It's either drug addicts or people who are extremely, let's just say, voting in the deep red states. Homophobic. Anyways, have you had to use it or something? I mean, it's just sitting out. Leo shifts, bouncing on the bed. Let's just say some people need convincing when they're trying to cause trouble. I'm about to ask more, but Leo holds up his other paw. Not now. I'm tired. I'll tell you about it later. They go quiet, but it's hard not to stare at the gun. The concept of owning one is just so foreign to me. So, what's with that fan? I changed the subject. Leo looked confused over at the fan. Oh, it's a humidifier fan combo. I get nosebleeds a lot. Ah. I close my eyes and lay there against Leo. This is probably a bad idea. I know, but it feels good. And I'm tired. Even after the discovery that I made on his computer. I guess I'm just trying not to think about that right now. The fan drones softly. Leo's arm moves under my neck, and I feel his paw come up and start brushing at the tuft of fur on my head with his thumb and index. I wish you could style this again. You would style this again. When I had it spiked, that was stupid. I liked it. I feel myself dozing off as his fingers start brushing my forehead. I feel the coolness of his anchor bracelets against my fur. Sometimes I think I'm going crazy. I barely wake at this point. The fan blowing on my face, Leo stroking, feeling his warm body next to mine. I saw you here last week, outside my window. Oh, that's just a shadow, Chase. Don't worry about him. Well, maybe worry a bit about him. That registers as a little weird, so I came back out of the doze a little. Oh? Yeah. I just looked out and saw... Sorry. Yawns. I love reading. Well, I love reading these. I just need a yawn sometimes. And saw an otter just standing there. Huh. You think it was just another otter? Well... Leo yawns and turns his head towards me, snuffing at my ear. There's only one other guy. Remember Dale? He's fat, though. Could have just been someone that was lost, right? Maybe. I went out and didn't see anyone. Well, sometimes people see things. His arm tightens around my head as he gives me sort of a hug. No, I'm not seeing things now. I roll my eyes, but his words remind me of something. Just like a bad dream, I'll be gone when you wake. I swear, even if this is fake, I'll never forget your face. I sing a few lyrics from one of our old emo songs, but that's when I hear Leo snore, and I give in to my pleasant drowse and seek slowly to sleep. I remember my songs with my longtime girlfriend, first-time person. It was like trees and something from Nickelback. I feel a presence in the room, and it's angry. It's Leo's computer. Chase. I jolt awake, but I can't open my eyes. Ace. I finally my eyes twitch open, but I can't move. I can only wiggle the tips of my fingers. Just try to hide. I dare you. I flinch. The voice is right in my ear. I'm still in Leo's room, still in his bed, and I can vaguely make out his body out of the corner of my eye. The room, though it's tinged red. I hear clicking and see a monitor switched on. I see myself, bent over, tail raised, naked, looking back at the camera, my face warped. Dark holes bloom over the eyes, and all over the image, like it's burning. A tarantula crawls up over the foot of the bed and starts making its way towards me. There's a lot of tarantula hate in these games. I gasp through my nose, since I can't open my mouth. My heart beating so fast, I think it's shaking the bed. My fingers wiggle as I try to yank myself awake, the massive spider only moving closer as it crawls over my foot and onto my leg. The weight of the spider is real. The way it's disheveling my shirt as it crawls onto my stomach is real. This is real. No, it's not real. I've just had this happen before. It started happening when I took the night shift at the grocery store next to campus. Very common, very normal. People have it happen all the time. I just closed my eyes and waited out. I do that, squeezing them shut, as tight as I can, trying to find comfort in Leo's presence next to me. His arms still under my head. I feel the spider on my chest. It weighs so much more than it should be, but stops there. It doesn't approach my face. But then I feel something else. Another presence. It's coming from the right side wall, where the window is. Something's looking through it at me. I know it. I'm not opening my eyes though. I know if I do, I'll see something that will freak me the fuck out. And the spider's bad enough. I hear tapping. Whatever it is tapping at the glass, wanting my attention. It knows I know it's there, and it wants me to see it. What the fuck? This is lasting way longer than it should be. Am I stuck? What if I'm stuck? Am I stuck? I'm gonna be stuck in a twisted Leo spider room dimension for the rest of my fucking life? He's mine. My eyes open, already pointed towards the window, bracing myself. But it's empty. The sky's tinged red from the sunset, and so's the room. My dreaming brain exaggerated. It looked like the color of blood. The spider's gone, and the angry presence is, too. I sit up slowly, air on my face, feeling exhausted, even though I just slept. With the humidifier blowing right in my face, I can feel tiny droplets of water that collected on my waterproof faux. It'll be impossible to fall asleep again after that, not only because of how brutal that sleep paralysis was, but because I still don't feel right. Never had sleep paralysis, don't plan to. While the spider and thing in my room were gone, the other thing outside the window, I feel like it's still there. I look out the window again and see nothing, but still, I can't shake the feeling that I'm still being watched. Wednesday. Party day. So let's see if what's his name is passed out and unresponsive. I stare out the window as we roll down the dusty streets of Echo. Every road, every corner, every trailer, and every tree has a memory attached to it. There, in the middle of the dusty parking lot that belonged to Corner Market, is a tiny stand. They used to be where I get ice cream after begging for $1 from my parents. It's crumbled and boarded up now, the paint peeling off in tiny chips. And there, in front of Duke's house, is a big fat rock, I read it as something else, that Jenna was standing on when she told me she was going to run away from home. I can still remember almost exactly how she was silhouetted against the red sunset behind her. And the old train yard, where, in the middle of summer, Leo kissed me for the first time while sweating buckets under the noon sun. In Route 65, I think it was. He didn't seem to care, though. I look over at Leo. He's got one hand on the wheel, glancing up at the rearview mirror occasionally to trade jabs at Finn. I'm regretting not to let him know we're coming, you know? You'll be lucky if he even gets his ass out of bed. We'll call him then. And what if he doesn't answer? Leo doesn't say anything, instead focusing back on the road. TJ feels the silence after a while. It is kind of weird. So you guys are throwing a surprise birthday party not on his birthday or even close. Okay. Well, I don't think it's too weird. It's just like we're hanging out again. Nothing wrong with that. Sure, but making it about Carl is just weird. Maybe if his birthday was like next week? 2 weeks tops? Oh, hush, Flynn. It'll just be like we're hanging out. You acting weird about it isn't gonna help anything. The car starts slowing down and snap out of my daydreaming to look up, knowing that we definitely aren't at Carl's house yet. That's when I see a round canine figure standing further up on the side of the road. She's standing in the dirt that separates the road from the field, that broken and rusted barbed wire fence. I think that's Janice. I look over at Leo, and he seems concerned. His brows furrowed as he carefully steers the car right up next to the coyote. I can see why. She's crouched over, elbows on her knees, staring at the ground. Roll down your window, Chase, it always says, struggling a little with the old crank handle. The hell is she doing out here? We come to a stop next to the coyote, kicking up some dust. I don't know. Hey. Leo leans over me and smiles out at Janice, who's still looking at the ground. Everything all... Leo's voice cuts off in a weird choking sound. I look at him confused, then look back out the window. I can't help myself but gasp. It's hard to tell from this angle, and all the dust kicked up by the van, but now I can see that Janice has her pants down around her thighs. I can also see everything else. I sit back quickly and avert my eyes, looking out the windshield instead. What the fuck? Oh my god, Leo, keep going. Jenna whispers it, her voice strained. Oh, sorry, Leo stops talking, and I chance a glance out the window again. Janice is looking at us now, and she's smiling. It's a weird smile, because it isn't touching her eyes. It's unnerving. Leo stares back. Leo, let's just go. I hiss out the side of my mouth, staring out the windshield again. He seems reluctant too, though looking concerned. Janice, do you need some help? His tone is one you might use on a toddler, or a crazy person. I don't hear her say anything, except maybe a grunt. Leo bravely keeps trying though. We can get you a ride. Leo stops talking in time for me to hear a pattering sound, a sound I recognize well from my time as a kid, pissing in the dirt roads of Echo. The van lurches forward, then resumes a smoother acceleration into the empty road. Holy shit, what the fuck was that? I don't... Leo's frowning, looking as confused as I've ever seen him. Should I go back? No. Look back to see TJ's covered his face. Maybe she could be having some kind of psychotic episode. Or maybe she just had to piss. I don't think so. Do you see the way she looked at me? She was probably just on something. Isn't everyone? No, she doesn't do stuff like that. Oh, maybe she does? You never know with people. I really need to remember to go on the Echo Discord and be like, hey, does this ever get explained? You know? Again, and maybe also be like, also trying to keep away from spoilers, but what route would this get explained on? Because it wasn't on TJ's. Anyway, again, Leigh doesn't say anything, and neither does anyone else. We don't go back. I fucking told ya. Leo stabs the doorbell again, frustration itched across his face. I shift the bag I'm carrying around my paws, trying to look through the frosted glass on the sides of the door. Maybe he's getting high. Then I got high. Maybe... Sorry. Herbs. He should still be able to hear. I mean, maybe he just doesn't want to. TJ holds up his phone. He's not answering his phone either. That kind of got me out of something. Leo knocks on the door hard, his bicep bulging. Well, I guess breaking the door might get us inside. Leo stands back, paws on his waist as he takes a deep breath. He's determined. Gonna get him his fucking cake. And I guess he should be concerned. He's said he should be I guess he should be considering he set all this up. Fuck. I've been doing lots of reading today, but I guess like I've hit my wall maybe a bit. I've been doing well though. We should have just told him to meet us at the diner or something. Don't they lock their windows, or do they? What? Leo growls. It's not like we're breaking in. TJ's ears pin back, frown on his face. The wolf puts his paw on his forehead, closing his eyes. Sorry, but I think he's just asleep and shouldn't be too hard. Just get in there and wake him up. I look over at the table at the house and see a window as well. I point at it. What about that? Too small. I could probably fit. She hops off the front porch and crouches down next to the window, pushing at it. Wait, there's a security sticker here. Well, you gotta arm it first, and Carl's such a lazy ass. I know he didn't. Besides, if we set it off, we can just run. It's not like they'll show up anytime soon. Instead of acting like criminals, we can just say, stay until the cops show up. She knows us. Jenna hesitates, then pushes at the window again, but doesn't bulge. I mean, you could also be like, hey, we were trying to set up a surprise party for him, and he's been unresponsive. Hopefully the cops here aren't dicks. Locked. Let's try the one above it. That's too high. I'll boost you up. I think this is going to be a little too far. Leo ignores him and stands next to the window before making a platform for Jenna's foot with his paws. Setting herself with her paws against the wall of the house, Leo easily lifts Jenna and she manages to grab on the ledge. Fucking hell is this so fucking stupid? Len mutters next to me, but it makes a point of not looking over at him, but I make a point. I feel for Leo. He's worked hard to make this happen, and everyone's giving him a hard time over it. Jenna pushes against the window, and it glides open easily. Yes! Now, I'm gonna boost you all the way up. Hold on. Careful. Like, there's some kind of cheerleading deal. Leo shoves Jenna all the way up with one paw, and she disappears through the window. Her bushy tail is the last thing you see, until she pokes her head back through. Kitchen, I fell in the sink. Great, now unlock the door. She disappears again, and we make our way back into the front door. Or to the front door. Leo, you're fucking crazy. You're loco. If you don't shut your fucking mouth, Flynn, I'll kick you right in your vagina. Sound good? Okay, that is a certain fetish. Anyways, Jesus, calm your... Leo turns on him, one foot in front of the other. Flynn shuts up, then... And me and TJ are left to shift uncomfortably on the porch. Finally, we hear the door rattling, and it opens. Called his name, but he didn't answer. I wonder what things might be different. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to do the thing where it's like, hey, if you did these scenes, you could skip. But it's like, no. To see what's different, you know? Well, he's gotta be here. It's not like he can go anywhere. Or would want to. I feel like this might be time to call it because... As far as I remember... Boop. Let's see who's there. No, that's the old school. Yeah. We made our way to... Did we go there? I can't exactly remember. Maybe it was... Because that's when we come back to Carl. Maybe it's out here, I guess. How far do you go in the game? Yeah, here. Huh. Okay. So we're barely far in it. But, yeah, it's gonna be finding Carl, maybe finding a note. I'm not sure if this route also does the scavenger hunt. I was wondering if it was different. I know that I saw somebody else doing Let's Plays and there was scavenger hunt, but I was wondering if they might have done TJ's. Well, I don't know. So, yeah, end of this Let's Play with almost smooches and stuff and cuddles. But, yeah. Hopefully Flynn doesn't continue to be a dick. Going to have to see. So, please comment, guys. Like, comment, tell me what you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and would like to see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the videos that have grown. Please remember to spend your animals to help control the pit population. And if you want to play this game, it's free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that made this game and are making others, you can go to their Patreon. $3 a month gets you the newest stuff earlier. Yeah. I also was doing Kingdom Coliseum today, but I get, like, they're redoing the game, so it cut off on a much earlier part. Because I got to the shark guy and it's just, yep. And I was like, that's the end of this Let's Play. I just started another Let's Play. We're going to the church, and here's a note saying that they're redoing a bunch of the games, so that's the end of that. It's like, okay, back to Echo. I mean, I like doing all these ones. Some more than others, I guess. It depends on my mood, but still, it's like, we got to play games. And, yeah, these my charges are already bored. Well, until next time, on another Let's Play, me, GamerWolfSix of Echo, Spay Neuter Animals. So thanks and see ya.